Climate overhauls literally every aspect of our life, ranging from our diet, methods of transport, infrastructure, the type of clothing, and has an immense effect on our health and future. That's still on an individual level, but on a global climate, describes the long term pattern of weather and highly constructs the experience of a place. The characteristic feature of any country are affected by climate and many other factors. India is the home to extraordinary variety of climatic regions. Climate of India has distinct regional variations ruled by pattern of winds, temperature and rainfall conditions. Maharashtra being one of the warmest regions in India has typical monsoon climate with hot, rainy and cold weather seasons. Over the past few decades, the weather of India has undergone a significant transition. The question that pertains today is India's weather becoming too extreme. India depends heavily on the rains brought by monsoons, fulfilling most of its water needs. Arrival of rain and intensity varies for most of the regions. Depending on the time, consequences could be devastating for a country like India where agriculture is livelihood for the majority of the population. The past few years, the state of Mumbai has seen catastrophic effects related to heavy rain spells and floods. These erratic patterns have had an adverse effect on the infrastructure of the city. On the contrary, much of the country has been experiencing very dry climatic conditions. La Nina. When the surface temperature of the Pacific Ocean rises above average temperature after a period of time during which the surface temperature of the Pacific Ocean increases by zero point 0.5 Celsius, this phenomenon is defined as El Nino. On the contrary, when the surface temperature of the Pacific Ocean cools below the average temperature, it's known as La Nina. Both these phenomena last for a period of 9 to 12 months. El Nino's effect on India causes to receive below normal rainfall. El Nino has greatly impacted the yield of crops, affecting the economy in general. La Nina is characterized with prolonged strong monsoons and above average rainfall and colder winds in India. Weather predictability. Climatic indicators are very crucial in the departments of agriculture and research. Livelihood of the majority of the population in Maharashtra depends on the rainfall pattern. Study of rainfall patterns helps in predicting drought and flood conditions. It's allowing us to take precautionary measures and minimize the damage caused due to erratic change in the rainfall pattern. Collection of rainfall data throughout the years, its analysis allows predicting the future behavior of the rainfall is alerting citizens. However, Maharashtra struggles to predict its weather over its land, and that is because the forecasts are generated through the help of the weather model, which lack forecast capacity. Longer the period of the forecast, more uncertainty there is. Flood years are predicted to have occurring floods during the monsoons, while drought years, which are predicted to have number of droughts during the summers. During the period of 1871 to 2015, there were 19 major flood years. During the period of 1871 to 2015, there were 26 major drought years. The 2005 floods. The 2005 Mumbai floods created havoc in the city of Mumbai. 26 July, the term used to describe the day when Mumbai came to standstill. Floods were caused by 8th heaviest ever recorded 24-hour rainfall figure of 944 millimeters, which lasted the metropolis on 26 July 2005 and intermittently continued for the next day. 644 millimeters was received within the 12-hour period between 8 am and 8 pm. Torrential rainfall continued for the next week. The highest 24-hour period in India was 1168 millimeters in Lakshadweep on 6 May 2004. Although some reports suggest that it was a new Indian record. The previous record rainfall in 24-hour period for Mumbai was 575 millimeters in 1974. 1,094 people died, while the rest were stranded on the roads, lost their homes, walked long distances back home from the work that evening. Recent flood and drought events. Floods. July 2019, dozens of people died after torrential monsoon rainfall caused severe flooding in the parts of Mumbai, state of Maharashtra. 26 September 2019, at least 12 people were killed and several were missing after heavy rain and flash floods in the district of Pune. 16th October 2020, heavy rains and floods have claimed at least 47 lives in Maharashtra's Pune, Aurangabad, and Konkan divisions in the last 3 days, while crops on lakhs of hectares were damaged extensively. The droughts. Year 2020, 12 districts of Maharashtra, mainly in Marathwada and North Maharashtra, received deficient rainfall during that season and once again faced drought. Year 2018, a little less than half of all the talukas in the state are reeling under the drought. 112 talukas are facing severe drought conditions, which means more than 60% of the crops have been damaged, while the remaining 39 talukas are facing moderate droughts. Every monsoon, people get stranded on the roads due to the flooding of the streets, which is mainly caused by Mumbai's abysmal water drainage system. PMC came up with 8 pumping stations and repair and modify the century-old pipeline following the 2005 floods in Mumbai. 28 work projects have been completed after 2017. Water receding capacity of the existing drains in between 25 and 30 mm per hour during the low tide. 2005, 26 July, the rainfall recorded was a whopping 94.4 cm for a single day. After the completion of the projects, capacity of the drains was supposedly increased by 100% expectantly. This will check the floodings of the street to an extent during monsoon in Mumbai. The repercussions of droughts and floods. The issues of drought and flooding. The state has witnessed, as we said, extreme climate conditions such as heavy rains, floods, drought over the years, which has affected the livelihoods of the people, taking a toll on the state's economy. Agriculture at the mercy of unpredictable weather. Between 2015 to 18, as many as 12,021 farmers died by suicide in the state. As per the details provided in the State Legislative Assembly, India Today reported on June 21, 2019. On average, these figures indicate that 7 to 8 farmers die of suicide every day in Maharashtra. About 43% of the suicides in Maharashtra, 1,293 of 3,030 suicides due to bankruptcy or indebtedness, and CRB data for 2015 revealed. Drought and field crops lead to distress migration. People have moved out from drought-hit districts to urban areas as they do not want to practice agriculture anymore. Key changes and impacts are as follows. Rising temperatures, increased precipitation, altered seasonal cycle, the sea level rise, greenhouse effect. Measures to be incorporated are as follows. Resilient cities in the light of the climate change should be able to develop plans for the future development and growth bearing in mind the climate impacts that the urban systems are likely to face. Following are the factors due to which Mumbai fails to cope up with the heavy rainfalls every passing year. These are few relief measures implemented by the government for droughts and few measures to prevent flooding. As we reach the end of this video, we would like to end it by raising some of our concerns. Thank you.